Jake, I have to be honest, you went from a joke to someone.
Bitcoin just set up a new target, $45,000. Simultaneously, just broke $39,000 and on its way to a second target of $40,000. Everybody, welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Let's just jump into this Bitcoin video. Check it out, everybody. And by the way, if you're here right now, I appreciate you. Enjoy the gains. I mean, we're at 39,000 plus Bitcoin. Bitcoin that's just set up a new target. $45,000 simultaneously, just broke 39. This was just 2 days ago. I'm not going to play the clip, but I want to just show you. This is me talking about what's happening right now. This breakout to $39,000 and $40,000. This was 2 days ago, January 5th, and Bitcoin up around 20% since then. Bitcoin's trading around $32,400. So when I did that video, we were looking at Bitcoin right around, I believe it was here, breaking out of this symmetrical triangle to the upside. And you can see Bitcoin actually up more than 20% at this point. So what can we anticipate now? Sometimes I just need to take a deep breath. I really do need to take a deep breath when this stuff is transpiring, because it's a matter of anticipation, right? And a lot can be said in terms of speculation. And we can all speculate all day, and we're actually going to a little bit, but there are some really key technicals playing out in the chart. So first things first, obviously, this $39,000 target out of the symmetrical triangle broken. It was really a $38,400 target or so that I talked about in this clip, but I round things up often, $39,000. And $40,000 the next target. Now we are at a lot of confluent resistance right now. That's one of the things I want to talk about in this video. So right here, literally,
Hi, this is Wilma. I am originally from the Philippines, but now living here in Edmonton, Canada. I am working as a care provider full-time and doing this digital business part-time. I joined this community because I wanted to have more freedom.
Medium size ang kailangan namin, ma'am. 18,000 na lang po siya. Porta na. Nakaka-sexy yung detalye dito, ma'am. Oh, ang ganda. Dito.
Later in life, I'm able
siya,
to
madam.
invest for the
Isa po yung
education of my
tinatahiman.
children.
Sobrang hirap po niyan gawin, oh. Oh. Ang ganda. Next item. Ito, ma'am. Glitters ang next item natin. Ang ganda. Oh, sexy. Nakaka-sexy siya, madam. Ma'am Dielin, hello. Baka ikaw na ang manalo pag second look mo, madam. Marsha Rain Ramos, hello, 6,000 viewers. Hello mga madam, mga silent viewers natin dyan. Hello sa inyo. Sana manalo yan. Yes, ma'am, damihan mo lang ang comment at doon ako pumipili sa screen lang. Sa screen lang kami
And also
pumipili,
travel back
ma'am.
home
Sinaswipe lang
anytime.
namin.
In any
Legit po
part of the
ang
world.
ating raffles. Marami nang nakakuha, ma'am. I-flex niyo, ma'am, ha? Pag kayo ang nanalo, i-post niyo po. I-tag niyo na lang kami. Ang ganda nito, hangin na malakas.
You took it? Yes!
Super kinang niya, ma'am, oh. Glittery siya. 18,000 na lang po siya. Two-way na. Next item. Pwede natin igawa, ma'am, ha? Pwede natin yan igawa. Si glittery. So, next gabi. Ito pa, ma'am, oh. Napaka-sexy. Buttons mo doon.
So ganun lang yun guys, sa simpleng pag buy and sell lang ng Bitcoin, buy and sell lang. And nakita nyo naman yung
Kung medyo hindi kasya sa inyo, igagawa na lang natin ang bago. Itong 8029. Pwede sa bago.
mga tinutubo ko sa live trade natin. So ganun lang kasimple kung paano ako kumikita ng malaki dito sa Bitcoin trading. Gusto mo bang matuto kung paano mag-trade ng Bitcoin and kumita ng tamang halaga lang naman? Let's say 2,000, 5,000 in one day, or 10,000 to 50,000 in 1 month. Pero nakadepende pa rin yan guys kung gaano ka kagaling mag-trade. Well, kung gusto mong pasukin ang Bitcoin trading, ang masasabi ko lang sa'yo, nasa tamang landas ka bro. Kasi ituturo ko sa inyo lahat yung mga technique na ginagawa ko kung bakit ako kumikita ng malaki sa Bitcoin trading. Live trade na to guys, so ipapakita ko sa inyo yung complete process kung paano ako nagpa-buy and nagsisell ng Bitcoin. And gagawin kong mas klaro itong tutorial na to para lahat is makasabay. So kung gusto mong malaman ang sekreto sa trading and gusto mo rin kumita ng malaki dito, so I suggest na tapusin mo tong video na to hanggang sa huli para malaman mo yung mga technique na ginagawa ko sa Bitcoin trading. Pero bago ang lahat guys, kung gusto mo itong mga ganitong klaseng video na nagtuturo ng mga kitaan online and alam mo mga makakatulong tong video na to sa'yo. Kung may time ka lang naman, click mo naman yung like button dyan sa baba para malaman ko na gusto mo tong mga ganitong video and para ganaan naman ako na mag-share pa ng aking mga kaalaman kung paano tayo kikita online. So ayun na nga, puntahan na natin yung computer natin. Hi guys. Bago ka lang ba dito sa channel na to and gusto mong matuto kung paano kumita online, click mo lang tong subscribe button and yung bell icon para ma-notify ka in every uploads ko. So ayun guys, nandito na tayo sa computer natin and pupuntahan natin yung website kung saan tayo makakabili and magsisell ng Bitcoin. So ayan, type lang natin dito. Bidax. Ayan. Si Pitax guys. Boom. So alam mong legit si Pitax guys in terms of Bitcoin trading kasi auto authorized din siya ng BSP, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Kaya safe na safe tayong mag-trade dito guys. Ayan guys, mag-login lang tayo. Ayan, start trading. So ito yung itsura ng PDAX guys. And para sa mga wala pang PDAX account and gusto nyong mag-register dito sa PDAX, simple lang naman yung registration process nila and for sure ma-approve kayo.
Alright, what's up? How's everyone doing? Let's get a quick mic check and audio visual check. See if everything's okay. We have a good live stream for you guys today. It is 2:30 a.m. here in Dubai, but the money doesn't sleep, as we know. And I'm traveling all the time and always in a different time awake. So shout out to you guys in America. How are we all doing today? We've got a very, very good update. We're on Bitcoin right now, and let's just see if the audio and everything is okay. So everything is fine, let's go. Okay, we're a little bit impatient, but I understand. No, look, I just do it because it's better I do it and find out there is an issue than I just kind of roll with it. So anyway, here we go. I'm really, really happy with this. Here's the deal. Bitcoin was kind of, I don't know what happened last live stream. It doesn't even matter, but we were just kind of consolidating sideways, whatever. We ended up breaking up. We're on the 5-minute time frame right now. Let's switch it back to the 1 hour just to keep this simple. We were forming a classic bull flag, and this is after we broke out of a bearish descending triangle. Then we formed a rising wedge. Look at this, which we pumped out of. Then we formed another continuation, a very short-term bull flag, and then we topped out at $40,000. Now, if you really zoom in and take a look at exactly what was happening, we were actually losing momentum as we approached this level. Take a look at this. So these candles specifically, they were a little bit concerning for me when I was watching Bitcoin over here. We kept on getting rejected. Things were going bad. Bitcoin saw a series of small rejections before this as well, and things weren't looking terribly optimistic for Bitcoin, in my opinion. But we ended up just kind of unleashing all the pressure, releasing all that pressure rather, and Bitcoin pumped right up above that $40,000 level. We nearly topped out at $40,500. We topped out at 40.4, which obviously serves as psychological resistance, but I think it's lesser than 30K, just like as a round number. This isn't as intimidating as 30,000. And then, however, we did see a really big dip. I think it's lesser than 30K, just like as a round number. This isn't as intimidating as 30,000. And then, however, we did see
Bitcoin just set up a new target, $45,000 simultaneously, just broke $39,000 and on its way to $1,000. Everybody, welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Let's just jump into this Bitcoin video. Check it out, everybody. And by the way, if you're here right now, I appreciate you. Enjoy the gains. I mean, we're at 39,000 plus Bitcoin. Bitcoin that's just crazy. Just set up a new target. Crazy. $45,000 simultaneously, just broke 39,000. So this is the hourly chart. I want to just break down what's going on. This was just 2 days ago. I'm not going to play the clip, but I want to just show you. This is me talking about what's happening right now. This breakout to $39,000 and $40,000. This was 2 days ago, January 5th, and Bitcoin up around 20% since then. Bitcoin's trading around $32,400. So when I did that video, we were looking at Bitcoin right around, I believe it was here, breaking out of this symmetrical triangle to the upside, and you can see Bitcoin actually up more than 20% at this point. So what can we anticipate now? And sometimes I just need to take a deep breath. I really do need to take a deep breath when this stuff is transpiring, because it's a matter of anticipation, right? And a lot can be said in terms of speculation. And we can all speculate all day, and we're actually going to a little bit, but there are some really key technicals playing out in the chart. So first things first, obviously, this $39,000 target out of the symmetrical triangle broken. It was really a $38,400 target or so that I talked about in this clip, but I round things up often, $39,000 and $40,000 the next target. Now, we are at a lot of confluent resistance right now. That's one of the things I want to talk about in this video. So right here, literally, as I do this video, and I'm glad I went live to talk about this, not only do we have these two targets, that Bitcoin just hit one of them, the $39,000 target, but we have this 1618 line that I really want to talk to you about. Now, in last night's video, I don't know if you were here on the live stream or not, but in last night's video, basically, we talked about a 1618 on the macro scale. And what we talked about, and I'm just going to break it down really quick, is Bitcoin. Here's the last cycle of Bitcoin. Bitcoin in 2013 to 2015 bear market low. Through the bull market doors, here you see in green the Fibonacci resistance. Broke through that, made its way to the 1618, right? Talked about that in yesterday's video. Bitcoin in this new cycle, pretty much a similar move, right? Into the bull market doors, this green channel here, 13,000, 16,000, made its way to the 1618, and Bitcoin has broken through that. And I know the chart is messy, but follow me here. If we look at what transpired on the macro, I want to just show you how simple the Fibonacci works on the micro as well. And so we've talked about over the course of previous videos, and this is a 6-hour chart. This isn't going back far. This is going back to like December 21st. We've talked about these consolidation areas, Bitcoin taking a break before its next move, having these dips, because we are getting dips, believe it or not, everybody. We're getting dips, right? Here was a swing high to swing low, and it was a 20% dip. But Bitcoin's making these moves and setting up very similar Fibonacci areas, and things are happening similar on these Fibonacci resistance to explosive moves to the upside, as happens in these Bitcoin cycles on the macro. So I hope I'm making sense. I just want to chart what I'm talking about right now. So Bitcoin, let's just take this move. I want to just circle this move. This is the move I want to talk about. What Bitcoin did, and this is important, pay attention to this. Bitcoin from that swing high to swing low interacted with, and I've talked about these recently in recent videos, interacted with this resistance area, right? The Fibonacci resistance. And this is such a micro resistance. We looked for confirmation. We got it when Bitcoin broke through. Bitcoin made its way to the 1618 line of that Fibonacci and just exploded through to the upside, and then actually tested the 1618 line and saw support and made its way to a swing low, to a Fibonacci resistance. Bitcoin broke that resistance, put in more higher highs and higher lows to that 1618 line, this new 1618 explosive move through it, right back down to it on the next 6-hour candle. And what happened next? Explosive move to the upside. Now it's happening again. And this is long story short, everybody. look where we've ended up. We've ended up into a new similar move to a 1618. So swing high to swing low, that crazy swing low that we had, like a $6,000 to $7,000 swing low. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see this a little bit better now. Bitcoin tested resistance right here, broke resistance, saw support at this Fibonacci area, the 786, explosive move to the upside. So it's happened again, this move in terms of Bitcoin interacting with this entire Fibonacci. And now here we are at the 1618 line. So we know what has happened in these previous two Fibonacci areas, 1618, explosive move to the upside, explosive move to the upside. Question is it going to happen again? Now, what's the case for Bitcoin, right? Like, what's the case for Bitcoin? What's the target for Bitcoin? Because right now, as Bitcoin tests this 1618 area around 39,000, literally where we are right now, $39,250 or so, Bitcoin is there on this 6-hour candle. As we test it, what's the case for like a target for an explosive move to the upside? And the case for that is a $45,000 Bitcoin. Obviously, just noting, we have to get to that $40,000 area first. There's, it's maybe a mental barrier for Bitcoin. The $40,000 area, it's like a $10,000 move for Bitcoin, right? And it's our next target, so there's a resistance there. But in terms of interacting with it, if Bitcoin does break through, what's the case to really see even more upside? And this is it. And so we have a new rising channel. It's very simple, right? This isn't rocket science. It's just a bunch of higher highs and higher lows on the hourly chart. And we have a breakout target of around $45,000 to the upside. So, it's starting to sound less crazy every time I just keep talking about these rising channels and Bitcoin breaking through. How many rising channels has Bitcoin broken through in the last couple of weeks as I do these YouTube videos? And like, you zoom out on an hourly chart, right? Here's a very messy hourly chart. But Bitcoin has just been like, look at this. I'm zooming out here. Every yellow line is $1,000 move. I don't know. Can you see those yellow lines? Every yellow line is $1,000 move for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin just been breaking out of these rising channels over and over again. It's been absolutely insane in terms of watching this happen. So going back to this chart now, it's starting to it's kind of commonplace. And that doesn't mean get overly confident with Bitcoin. And I want to actually preface everything I'm saying right now. Be very, very careful, right? There's a supply shock happening, right? These moves, and I talked about this in yesterday's video, like these charts are like things that we see on a daily chart, not an hourly chart, especially with these huge moves. This is an hourly chart. Like, the beginning of this rising channel starts just 2 days ago at $30,000, and we're approaching $40,000. This is because there's insane demand for Bitcoin right now. There's not enough supply of Bitcoin. That's what's happening. But that doesn't change the mental aspect of crypto, the mental aspect of the markets, people taking profits, the volatility, right? We saw on this hourly chart alone how quick a 20% dip can happen, right? It happens quick, boom. So always be ready for those crazy moves, right? Otherwise, you're going to be caught off guard and you're going to have some shock. You're going to have some mental shock when Bitcoin just dips 20% in the matter of minutes and you don't know what to do. And it's not even so much a matter of what to do, not knowing what to do, but are you mentally prepared for that to happen? That's the question. And you should be very mentally prepared for these things just as much as you're prepared for $45,000. Obviously, a $45,000 target now that it's in play is exciting, but, and especially if you're keen on accumulating Bitcoin in a bull market, it's important to understand the downside as well. And in terms of the downside, downside target, we have this area right down here, and this just keeps getting moved up. So we have our swing low after consolidation that just happened a couple of days ago, right? Really the beginning of this rising channel to our current swing high. And let me delete this stuff. That's all messy. this channel of support keeps getting moved up, but currently right around $33,600 to around $32,000 support. We're trading at a $39,000, and we're talking about a short-term move potentially in play for Bitcoin of 14% to like 18%. We're talking about a potential $7,000 dip in the short term for Bitcoin. So Chaco later, thanks for the super chat. He says Bitcoin will drop by 10 to 15,000 in next couple of weeks. So I mean, we just illustrated a $7,000 dip, and that could happen in hours. So of course, a $10 to $15,000 dip in the next couple of weeks, very much in play. A $10,000 dip at this point, everybody, leaves us with around a $30,000 Bitcoin. Imagine that. We see tweets over the last years or so talking about we're eventually going to be in a Bitcoin environment where we're getting $10,000 swings. We kind of said that excitedly, optimistically, that we're going to be in this bullish bull market in the tens of thousands. And now we're actually here talking about it. It's actually pretty incredible to watch and to experience. But nonetheless, it's happening, right? So very good point. Thank you for that super chat. And thanks. I saw a $4.99 super chat. Thank you for that super chat. By the way, any super chats that we get going to WEQNT and the mission, sending light bulbs, solar powered bulbs to parts of the world that need it. I'm a Cardano holder. This is where I stake my Cardano. Go support this pool as Denisio grows this pool if you're a Cardano holder. So that's where super chats are going, by the way. I just wanted to mention that in case anybody is super chatting. So that's what we're looking at to the downside, everybody. But again, to the upside target, $45,000, very much in play, and it really does tie into what's happening right now. It's literally right now testing the 1618 line. Now, if we go back actually, and we kind of look at these previous moves that are very similar to the move happening now, it's interesting to watch. And let me go to an hourly so that we can kind of maybe look at this a little bit more in depth. It's interesting to watch Bitcoin, how it interacted with previous 1618, right? So this 1618, the last move, you can see actually Bitcoin saw some resistance for a few hours, came back down a little bit before actually exploding through the upside. Now, that was right around a $30,000 area. So that's interesting. That was a $10,000 mental resistance barrier as well. Bitcoin saw some short-term resistance for a few hours as that was happening. So let's go back to that other Fibonacci. And so Bitcoin was making a powerful move. Look at this, 1618 line being tested, immediate resistance, came back down for a couple hours, almost like the previous one we just looked at, before exploding to the upside. So there's a very, very strong case that right now, as I do this video, Bitcoin might not give us what we want, which is continuation to the upside, if Bitcoin is going to see this similar resistance at the 1618 line. And the other thing is, besides just the 1618 resistance, everybody, there's obviously the two targets acting as resistance as well, right? These two targets that we've just been tracking, which is a $39,000 and a $4,000 target. So literally right now on this hourly chart, a ton of resistance in play, in store for Bitcoin. As I, maybe get on this live stream and it's uploading, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens over the course of just truly the next couple of hours for Bitcoin. What's insane to me is by the time this is uploaded, this is probably going to be outdated in some way. Maybe I get a couple hours where Bitcoin's trading at the same price, but that's how volatile Bitcoin is right now. So thanks for that $5 super chat, Marek. Sorry if I did not pronounce that right. Says keep it up. Appreciate that super chat, everybody. So heavy resistance on the short term right now, but long story short, everybody, the setup is in play, especially if Bitcoin makes an explosive move through the Fibonacci resistance, the 1618 resistance. And you can see Bitcoin getting a little bit of a separation on this hourly chart. But the question will remain, will we get this explosive move that we've got previously through these previous 1618 lines? So 1618 explosive move back here, 1618 explosive move back here, and 1618 explosive move in play right now. $45,000 target is the case for that playing out for Bitcoin. Everybody, I truly appreciate you. Dude, we got almost 1,700 people in here, 285 likes. Yo, hit that like button, everybody. I appreciate it. It helps me get some momentum with these videos. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll keep saying it. I'm trying to beat Bitcoin to 100,000. I beat it to 50,000, but it's there. I don't have enough separation from Bitcoin. I really don't. And the more Bitcoin continues to be overbought, overextended, just overly bullish, is getting tough for me. So I'm at the end of the day rooting for Bitcoin just to completely demolish me in terms of getting to 100,000, but we'll see. But it all starts on this hourly chart. It's stepping stones, everybody. It's stepping stones, and that's what it is. Zoom out on the 6 hour. Look at these $1,000 moves, and look at the separation. Look at the stinking separation from $20,000 all the way down there. And just to give you an idea, right now Bitcoin is 49% away. It would take a 49% dip. If Bitcoin dips 50%, Bitcoin will be trading at $20,000. That's the world that we live in right now in terms of Bitcoin, and we have a lot of cushion. We have a lot of separation, and trust me, there is so much demand, and this thing is just getting started. I truly think it is. This isn't financial advice. I'm really not trying to overhype this, but we've been tracking this for years and anticipating this move for years, everybody. And it's just playing out before our eyes, going to a weekly chart, going to our long-term speculative chart that we charted in December 2018, like right at the bottom of the bear market. Look at this. Bitcoin just playing out so nicely, and we are on our way. A little bit over $50,000 brings us to $1 trillion market cap. And seriously, that is just the beginning. That is just the beginning. So the supply shock in play, all starting on this zoomed in hourly, $45,000. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with the short-term chart, the short-term resistance at the 1618, immediate resistance happening right now. And I see Marcus, $5 super chat. Appreciate that super chat. He says, would you open any long positions? Everybody, I want to just say this. I get a ton of messages about, should I buy? Should I short? Should I sell? Should I take profit? I will never, I will never tell anybody what I think you should do. Even if I know what I think you should do, I won't tell you. I will not influence your decision in that way. I want to provide the data. I want to show you the data points that are probably relevant in terms of influencing your decision, but that decision is up to you. I will never offer any type of financial advice. My plan is always to buy dips. That's what I do. Just been accumulating Bitcoin and altcoins. That's my plan. The Block Gains app, which I launched, is so that you can plan your exits, so that you can plan your strategy and when you want to exit and when you want to take profit and see it and visualize it instead of using a spreadsheet. And that app, the Block Gains app, is live. You can download it. Having some trouble because of CoinCap right now, their API. I apologize. I'm working on it with them. We're going to have a full-on featured app probably by the end of January with alerts, with just ridiculous features, all the features you all want. So it's coming. I appreciate your patience on that. But again, back to what I was saying, I can't offer you any advice on terms of what you should do right now. The targets are in play, and I'll kind of just end with this, I guess. The $45,000 target is in play, right? We talked about that. And then we also talked about the short-term downside target. That's in play. And this is life, everybody. We never know exactly what's going to happen in any part of life. I remember playing baseball when I was little, and my dad taught me when you're out there in the field, you have to visualize the batter hitting the ball in every direction of the field. What are you going to do in every scenario? Anticipate every scenario so that you're just mentally prepared. And in this moment, if you can sit there and say you're comfortable, you're mentally prepared with your portfolio, you're happy with your portfolio, you'll enjoy the gains if Bitcoin just rockets to $50,000, you're ready with some fiat if we get a 20% dip. If you can sit there comfortably and just be chill, right, and not an emotional wreck mentally, then I think you're in a pretty good spot. But that's just completely up to you. Everybody has different situations financially and what you want to do with your portfolios and investments. So you really have to just be prepared. So those are my thoughts, everybody. But I'm telling you, let's track this $45,000 Bitcoin target in the short term, and really on the hourly chart, let's just track to see what Bitcoin does. But I would not be surprised if we get a little bit of consolidation at this 1618 line, this immediate resistance area. And I appreciate you. Thank you for that last $2 super chat. I appreciate it. And so asking about a Litecoin video, I might try and do an altcoin video in the future. Everybody, again, just to let everybody know, if you're new here, WEQNT super chats are going to help get solar bulbs. We've helped send a good amount over solar bulbs to people in the world that need it. And if you're staking Cardano, check out WEQNT. Shoot me a message on Twitter. I'll hook you guys up, connect you. But really awesome mission, awesome pool, and really, truly, glory to God for this. Providing light. Look at this. People need light. So be grateful for the things that you have. And I encourage you to have a just awesome day today. Hit that subscribe if you're not a subscriber. It means a lot. Hit that like button. I will see you all in the next video. God bless.